Heart Breakfast with Jamie and George Michael.
Can I just say, I like the clapping bit. I always like the clapping.
That's got quite a special ring to it.
I do it on my own.
1984. Just cast your mind back, George. Back to that year.
Yeah.
Happy memories?
Happy memories. 1984. Yes, absolutely. I mean, the thing that was so joyous about it for me was that in those days, once you had a couple of hit records, there was the first. I mean, because the first album, Wham Rap, Young Guns, boys, we won't talk about that. The first album, it was all a desperate attempt to get on the radio, you know.
Yeah.
But so much happened in the year after that that I could write and know that whatever I decided to write, as long as it was, you know, commercial, was going to get played. Whether I decided to do something like Careless Whisper or Everything She Wants, or what else is on that album? Well, basically, I knew that I could move into any style as long as it was commercial and it would be played. It wasn't like these days where you really had to cater everything to the market and to demographics. I just knew that I had this. I mean, I've never heard a difference between a first album and a second album as huge as the one between, you know, if you think of Fantastic and then you think of Make It Big.
Yeah.
The quality is so different of those two records. I learned so much in the space of 18 months. And pure joy of writing. Oh, freedom, absolutely. Actually, I should have said freedom. Freedom is my favourite off that album.
Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. That was the first time I thought, my God, you're writing something classic.
Right.
That's the first time I thought about my own music. And just the freedom to be able to write and know that people would listen. That was amazing feeling.
Okay. Well, look, we've got so much to cover off this morning. We've got so much of your stuff to play. Some other songs as well. This one of my favourite songs. Do you like this song, this Gautier song?
Oh, I heard this in the middle of the night. At the same time that I heard the Lana Del Rey one for the first time. And I heard both records and loved them, but I never dreamed that this would be as successful as it's deserved.
Heart Breakfast with Jamie and George Michael. No?
It's amazing. I heard that song and... Well, the funny thing was, like I said, I heard saw the two of them late at night on TV. Before either record, the Lana Del Rey or that record were successful. And I had a feeling that I thought, is it, because I'd been out to dinner and had a couple of glasses of wine, and I was thinking, am I drunk or did I just hear two absolutely genius new records from artists I'd never heard from before? It's just fantastic, fantastic piece of songwriting.
You're listening to Heart Breakfast with me, Jamie Theakston, George Michael. We'll have all your latest travel right after this.
One remains on.
Oh, thank you.
I'm out as well. Should be a nice start to the day. Should stay dry. Mixture of scattered showers and sunny spells a little later. Highs of 20. It's Heart Breakfast with Jamie Theakston and George Michael. I know. Young Guns going for it. More from George right after this.
It was great to see you voguing like that.
Did you like that?
Oh, you looked amazing.
That wasn't me voguing. I had something down my trousers.
Oh.
Is it true that when you first met Madonna, she tried to seduce you?
Well, that's not actually. I don't really want to go into it. I don't want to go into it. I will tell you that the first time we ever met, we're both in this club in LA, downtown LA, and it was very like being at the school canteen. Basically, somebody came over to my table and said, Madonna would really like to meet you. So you're going to go and take me over to see Madonna. That'd be nice, you know, little cheeky cow. And then proceeded to follow this woman over to Madonna's table where she was talking to Kevin Bacon at the time. And I stood there and she just ignored me. Which is kind of what you do at school when you fancy someone, isn't it? You pretend not to like them. I don't know. No, but there's a... No, that's it. She didn't try to seduce me, no.
You're listening to Heart Breakfast with Jamie and George Michael. George,
by the way, I didn't stand there for very long.
Good, I didn't
stand there for very long.
Did you spin in a half?
I did. I minced off.
How dare you?
I minced away.
We have had so many people calling in wanting to ask you questions, George. We're going to take a couple of calls now. Good morning, Gina.
Morning.
Gina, meet George.
Hello, George.
Hi, Gina. How you doing?
I'm all right, thank you. You?
I'm very well, thank you. So our names
Good.
together spelled Georgina.
They do, don't they? But I'm
What is
actually
that?
just Gina.
You're what, Chris?
No, I'm just Gina.
You're just Gina. Oh, Gina.
Yeah,
Mine.
plain Gina.
Gina, what's your question?
My question for you, George, is what's been your most memorable moment of your career and why?
Oh my God, there've been a few of those, haven't there? The most memorable moment of my career, probably singing with Queen, because I was such a massive fan, and to be singing Somebody to Love, which I knew backwards, it was like my ultimate fantasy. So I'd have to say that was a highlight.
Yeah.
Listen, Gina, thank you for your call this morning.
Thank you, George.
Thank you, Gina.
Bye.
Bye.
Morning, Dean.
Good morning.
Dean, what's your question for George?
Hi, George.
Hi, Dean. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. My question is, there seems to be a trend at the minute in musicals being produced based on the hits of particular artists. ABBA, Mamma Mia, Queen, We Will Rock You.
Yeah.
And now the Spice Girls are doing one.
Yeah.
Would you, or have you ever considered a musical based on your music?
I'm considering it right now, actually.
Oh, right.
To be honest with you, for the first time ever, I'm considering it right now.
Is that since Dean has mentioned it, or is that...
Yeah, you'll get commission on Whamma Mia. But no, I'm considering it for the first time. Maybe, I don't know if it's related to what I went through last year, but I'm considering it for the first time of handing my material over to some very good writer and finding a great storyline, because so many people want it. And it's a no-brainer in terms of whether I think it would do well. I think it's pretty much a no-brainer by now.
Right.
It would be a George Michael catalogue, and it would include a couple of Wham things.
Right.
But it would not be Whamma Mia. It would be George Michael Mia.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It'd be a great night out if you did.
Oh, I hope so, yeah.
Listen, Dean, thanks for calling in this
No,
morning.
Thank you, Dean. Very good question.
Cheers, Dean. You're listening to Heart Breakfast with Jamie and George Michael.
Hello.
Theakston and George Michael, we're taking your calls this morning. Hi, Matthew.
Hello.
Matthew, meet George.
Hi,
Hi,
Matthew.
George.
How you doing?
I'm alright, just a bit nervous, that's all.
I can understand that. Talking to me does have that effect on people. What's your question for George, Matthew?
Yeah, you know back at the Brits when you presented the Best Album Award to Adele?
Yes.
Yeah,
When
there
I
was
was
some- I
accused
think
of
there's
being
some
drunk.
talk-
When they said I was drunk.
No, you didn't look drunk at all.
No. No, I assure you I wasn't drunk.
He's not
no.
saying that you accused him, Matthew. He's
No.
saying
No,
people,
no,
people in the
I wouldn't do that,
paper
no way.
suggested that might be the case.
There was some talk, I think, a few days afterwards that you thought you might do a duet with her. Is that going to take place, or?
Well, the truth is, I've only met Adele once at Elton's house quite recently, but we communicated by email beforehand. And initially, what I wanted was for us to sing "Love Is a Losing Game" by Amy Winehouse
Oh, I love that song.
at the Elizabeth Taylor tribute that I did in Covent Garden. And we communicated by email, and she was basically telling me she couldn't even she tried to put one of the songs into her own set, and she couldn't even get through it.
Oh, that's a shame.
I think they knew each other, didn't they, from the Brit School?
I think that's right. Yeah,
I think they knew each other from Brit School, and they're obviously. I mean, I think they're both musical goddesses. But I think the tragedy of it would have been too much for her, and but at the same time, I would love to do a track with her. I think she's really has no plans other than to have a baby right now,
Yes, of course.
and I think she just wants to lay low for a while and gather herself, and then come back to us relatively soon with some more music, and I'd love to be involved when that happens. She's lovely. She's absolutely lovely. I met her. She's so lovely.
At Elton's house, do you hear that? That's how we celebrities meet. Yeah, I met her at Elton's house, me and Adele. Yeah.
Dan Elton's.
Matthew, thank you so much for your call.
Thank you,
Yeah, thank
Matthew.
you very much, and I look forward to the album when it comes out.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're listening to Heart Breakfast with Jamie Theakston and George Michael this Thursday, the 19th of July. Don't forget, from 10, Toby has your next chance to win that £60,000 in Who's on Heart. George, I know you've been listening. Any thoughts as to who our missing celebrity might be?
I was thinking maybe David Tennant.
You think?
Because it sounds like a Scot to me, but it's a bit odd instead of odd.
Let's listen. Let's listen again. Here we go. This is who we're after.
Who's on
Heart. You think David Tennant?
I think maybe David Tennant. Definitely someone Scottish.
It's not David Tennant. I've checked. He's been guessed 3 times.
Oh.
Much the same as you. You've been guessed 3 times as well.
I wanted that 60 grand.
If you think you know, give Toby a call just before 10. 0845 605 1062. Good morning, London. It's Thursday. It's Heart Breakfast with Jamie and George Michael. I'm getting the hang of that. You like that? Do you like it?
What, as a team?
Yeah. Do you want your name before mine? Is that what you said? Calm down.
Well, it's a kind of Lennon McCartney situation, isn't it? You know, really, my name should be up front.
with Jamie and George Michael.
You're listening to Heart Breakfast with Jamie and George. Time now for your 60 seconds of honesty, George. We put 60 seconds on the clock.
I don't know if I can manage that.
Well, you have the...
What, 60 consecutive seconds of honesty?
60 seconds of you being honest. I'm going to fire questions at you. They have to be honest.
Okay.
No fibbing.
No fibbing.
How long does it take you to get ready in the morning?
10 minutes.
Do you take the shampoo and conditioner bottles from hotels?
No, I don't.
What are you scared of?
Shampoo and conditioner.
When did you last embarrass yourself?
Let me see. This morning.
How do you like your tea?
How what?
How do you like your tea?
Oh, a little bit white with half sugar.
If you weren't here, where would you rather be?
The Maldives.
Well, who was the last person you got a text from? What did it say?
Oh, I can't remember.
What was your nickname at school?
Yog. No, yogurt.
Was it?
It was yogurt, yeah.
Why?
Because
Greek.
It was because Andrew came home and heard my dad calling me Yorko, right?
Right.
And he went back to school and everyone, they call him yogurt.
See Gary Barlow, George, do that with Cheryl Cole at the...
yeah, but I
concert.
wasn't, I think the sound was turned down at the time.
Right, or you probably were.
Let's leave it at that. Let's leave it at that.
Why weren't you there, by the way? I was watching that. I don't know about you, Joanne Trabb. I was watching, thinking, where's George Michael?
I thought he was going to be surprised.
I thought you were going to come out like of a box or
Yeah.
something.
Well, it would have been a surprise to me. But no, actually, in reality, it was more to do with timing and the fact that I was fairly... I knew the Olympics was coming up, and I really felt like I should do one or the other, really.
What, you should either do the Jubilee or compete in the Olympics?
Yeah, well, I was waiting for them to ask me to do the high jump.
Right.
But I thought that would be a regressive move on my part. No, the truth is I was thinking of doing both, and then decided against it. Just thought I would stick on. But actually, in the end, I think it's I think that was a good show. The Diamond Jubilee thing. It turned into a good show. The second half, yeah, I thought was good.
I just thought you hadn't upset the Queen.
I
or something.
thought the most impressive thing was seeing a 64-year-old woman hula hooping and singing at the same time. That was Grace Jones. Did you not see that?
No, I did. I'm just saying, how did she do that?
I don't know. It's amazing, isn't it?
Could you do that?
Of course I could. Yeah.
If I was to play let's say a Wham song and gave you a hula hoop, could you hula hoop the entire song here live in the studio?
Well, I could probably not make it through running the 12-inch versions.
Sure, but you got 3 minutes of hip shaking in you. I can tell that.
Absolutely.
If you registered on our website, by the way, to win a pair of tickets to George's Earl's Court show, stand by your phones. George could be calling you up very soon. Plenty of music variety still to come on Heart Breakfast. We've got some Tony Braxton and some Maroon 5 on the way.
With Jamie